Welcome to another episode of Mick and the Fat Man, digging the dirt on life, music, and everything. And now here's the Fat Man.
Welcome to Mick and the Fat Man. Thank you very, very much, Princess Fanula, our favourite dairy girl, for introducing us today. Welcome to Series 2, Episode number 15 of Mick and the Fat Man. Mick, I have been going through the emails. I've been looking at them all day.
Bet that didn't take long.
It didn't take long at all because no one had fucking emailed us last month. So I'm really pissed off. Folks out there, get off your fucking ass and send us an email. I'm fucking sick of it. You need to send us an email because Mick is hanging out. He's got nothing to read. He's got his bloody Kindle thing there, which he's got. I don't know what he's got on there, some porno book or some fucking thing. I don't know what it is, but he's sick of reading those shit. He's been reading crap bloody novels and shit, and he says, I just need a good email to read. So listeners, send us a couple of emails. Send us stuff and say you're a mob of cunts. Send us that if you like. I don't care. Or you just say, send us, you're a really nice bloke. I really like Mick. I bet he's got a nice donger. I don't know. Send whatever you like. Send us whatever you bloody well like. Anyway, Mick, how you going, mate?
You just cost us the religious vote, mate.
The religious right ain't going to be listening to us anymore, are they?
No more, no matter who we talk about, even if we talk about Sister Janet Mead. Who, by the way, passed away.
By the way, we've got Shorty here with us today. G'day, Shorty. How you doing?
Hello.
He's a machine.
You can't shut him up. He just goes and goes.
Goes and goes and goes. Talks the leg off a chair, the old bastard.
He does indeed. He does.
Mick, I could see it rattling around down between your legs there, buddy. I could see it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to let it rattle down there for a little bit longer because I want to talk about Robert Dimery.
And who wouldn't?
1,001 albums you must listen to before you die.
That's a terrific book.
I have opened it up at page 276, and upon that page it sits Roxy Music, 1972, produced by Peter Sindel, art direction Brian Ferry. Brian was a bit of an artistic dude, wasn't he?
He was indeed very, very artistic and fashionable.
And there's 49 minutes and 39 seconds of sheer bloody delight in there, mate.
It's a wonderful album, mate.
It is.
I think for Mr. Dimery to include that in his 1,000 albums that you must hear before you die, I think that just arcs his credibility up through the roof.
Well, I've had a couple of duds recently, so this one is a little bit better. In this review, it says, it's lavish gatefold sleeve. That's nice, isn't it?
It's
lavish.
That's a nice way of describing it, yeah.
And it's the first one. It's the first album with the young lady on it, and they started to get a little bit risque as time went on, didn't they?
They did indeed until they got to Country Life that had two naked birds on.
And there was that now very missing thing called pubic hair.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's all gone. It's all floating around in the ocean. It's pubic hair just out there somewhere as everybody gets rid of it all.
There's not a lot of albums that have pubic hair or even a hint of such
and
on the cover.
And a hint of breast as well.
That's right.
Subtle hint of breast.
Stranded didn't have a subtle hint.
No, a magnificent hint. Oh, very impressed by it. Yeah, so what's your views on this album, buddy?
Mate, this album would have to be one of my top 10. This is just an awesome album. And you know how we've talked in the past about when you do something first, it's groundbreaking. When you do it later, you're just copying.
Yes.
Or you can be influenced. This album, I think to myself, how would this have sounded to someone who heard it for the first time in 1972? Yeah, to open it opens up, with people talking at a party. And so it starts to use a whole lot of production techniques and lots of sounds and things, and it's really blasty, and it's got Eno, sort of jumps out of the box with all of these fantastic production tricks and sounds and so on. The songs are nothing like had been recorded beforehand, so they came out. They were really, really different Roxy Music,
and his voice still worked.
Oh,
because you remember we went and saw them live, and it was a little bit.
He was a little bit sad, yeah.
But his voice is sensational here.
Oh, it is, yeah. So what's the first track? The first track there, remake, remodel, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was just me having a coffee as well to try and settle down the flutters from far too much wine and beer last night.
Yeah, so we've got we kick off the track list. So I'll just start again, and I'll just say, and his voice still works too.
And well, it did, and there he was great. He was quite old, always older for a rock star. You know, and he's from the north.
Yeah,
yeah, he's from Newcastle, so he come down and come to London, and promptly lost his accent. You know, he did it deliberately. You know, and he talks in a very cultured, rural English accent now.
Because he was a bit of an art school boy, wasn't he?
Oh, very much so. Him and Eno, you know, very artistic, and the rest of the band had that sort of feel as well. A bit of Spanish influence as well from young Mr. Manzanera.
And he wrote all the songs.
He did, yeah.
So it kicks off with Remake, Remodel. Good song.
And just to cut you off from your track list there, you remember when we went and saw them, and they started with Remake, Remodel?
Yes.
And some idiot in the crowd yells out, "Play something good."
Yes. Yes, they were just a fuckwit.
Yeah, oh, dead set. That's the definition of it.
Yeah, it was that time we saw them I don't know, a few years ago now, where his voice was a bit shot, though, unfortunately.
Well, they're all getting on a bit.
But he did have some good-looking birds to actually sing all the high bits for him.
He certainly did.
And that was helpful.
And that's always been a characteristic of Roxy music.
And of many other people whose voice shits itself.
Well, this is very
Paul
true.
McCartney is another one.
Paul McCartney, indeed.
His drummer sings all the stuff, high stuff for him.
Various lyrics are always really good. So I'll let you go back to your track list in a moment. But the words, I tried but I could not find a way. Looking back, all I did was look away. Yeah.
There you go.
And much of his lyrics, starting on this album and going on and on and on, are about love, lost love, because he certainly loved women. He was a bit of a player and always made sure that he had a beautiful woman on his arm.
He has had quite a few, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? Just, yeah. He certainly set a standard for rock stars.
Yeah, a great. So who was in the band?
The band was obviously Ferry on vocals, Brian Eno on
Bits.
weird stuff. Yeah. So people characterise him as the keyboards guy out of Roxy Music, but that is just way too much of a simplification. He was he did play some keyboards, but he wasn't a musician, never was. Right, and he put in things, found sounds, and we've discussed those before.
Tape
loops, all that sort of stuff. That was Eno.
Yeah.
Anything that you couldn't fit into a standard box, he had his little weird shaped box over there on the side. Guitarist, Phil Manzanera.
Yeah.
Now, bass player, Roxy Music with bass players is a little bit like Spinal Tap and drummers. They couldn't they didn't seem to hold on to a bass player, and it changed every album.
Yeah. So who was it? Who was the? Oh, we don't really know. Do you remember who the bass player was? I don't remember.
Johnny Gustafson, I think.
Oh, he was around a few times. He'd been on tour with him a bit and stuff like that as well. I think.
Bit of a session musician, and he was well established in the industry, so he's played in a number of bands.
Paul Thompson on drums.
Paul Thompson,
solid
very
drummer.
good.
Solid
he's
drummer.
Very, very good. You know, and we might re-enlist Paul later this episode. And what else we got? We got Andy Mackay on sax.
Yeah,
and he's not a bad sax player. Not bad at all.
And he does some very good atmospheric stuff, some good rock, all that sort of stuff. He does the whole thing. It's great.
Yeah, very much so. And you know, they had some lineup changes later on, but that's got nothing to do with this album, so we won't even bother mentioning it.
No. All in all, a bloody fine album.
Yeah, I think we in the show notes we'll have a link to that, so you can have a listen. And look, and if that's not your provider, our show notes are on Spotify. Just look it up. It's called Roxy Music. It's the first Roxy Music album. It's from 1972. It's got a picture on the cover. The picture is just fantastic. It's a beautiful girl in a almost Alice in Wonderland dress. So a bit.
Sure. Go for Alice.
Yeah, well, a little bit grown up. and as you mentioned, it set a trend for their first 6 albums of having beautiful women on the covers.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah, no, it's a great album. And the other one I'll put a link to Viva Roxy in the show notes as well, because there's a few songs off this album on the Viva Roxy live album.
That's right.
Really good renditions as well. So
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
All right, that's great. So well done, Robert. We liked that album. We weren't mad keen on the other one we did. What was the one we did?
Sid Barrett.
Sid Barrett. Jesus Christ. Wasn't that a piece of shit?
Well, he should actually have an appendix in the back of that book, albums that I've mentioned but you don't need to listen to, or you shouldn't listen to.
The album was in there because of the artwork by Hypnosis. I
think it was. It was a good cover.
It was a good cover.
And, it had Dave Gilmour playing guitar on it and Roger Waters whinging on it.
Yeah.
But even Dave Gilmour couldn't save it. When a song's bad, a song's bad.
Yeah, no, very.
When an album's bad, an album's bad.
But look, I've seen it been rattling around down between your legs for quite a while now. It's been bouncing up and down. You've been getting a great deal of joy out of it, I know. But what do you got locked away in the Globite school bag this week, mate?
Well, it's a bit of an organic one this week. Supergroups. So what I thought we might do is something a little bit. Let's have a talk about some of the great supergroups over the years, and we'll talk about. Well, a supergroup is where a number of established musicians get together, and form another group. That's a sort of a rephrasing of the way Wikipedia thinks of it.
We'll run with that definition. That's
I think we can, and so there's been lots of supergroups over the years. We'll mention a couple, but what I thought we might do today is let's make our own supergroup.
What a marvellous
with
idea.
our favourite musicians, our favourite producers. Oh, let's let that cat out of the bag now. It's got to be Chris Thomas.
That's it. Chris is in there.
Chris, the phone call will be coming this afternoon, and if you could just ring up some of these people, because I'm sure you know them.
He could get in there. I want. I'm thinking we need Eno in there for what's his methodology?
Enos. Oh, oblique strategies.
Oblique strategies. Yes. We need some oblique strategies in there to really get things chugging along.
And we can do what Genesis did and just have him on there for enosification.
Indeed, we'll have some enosification. So I dutifully jumped onto Wikipedia, as I do, and looked up supergroups. And oddly enough, there's a supergroup list in Wikipedia, and sometimes it sort of freaks me out a little bit. Like it's got 10cc in there, for example.
Look, I think that list is just a little bit overblown. If they seem to have taken their own definition and gone way further. It's almost as if you've picked up a guitar before this band, then you've just formed a supergroup. So it's a bit nonsensical.
So I'll give you another one, Little River Band.
Well, funnily enough, Little River Band was a collection of successful Australian musicians. It came from a range of different bands.
Mississippi, Zoot, The Twilights, Axiom.
Well, exactly, and people.
I just wouldn't have thought them. I wouldn't have thought them as a supergroup.
Well, I would have put part of the definition is that the supergroup is good.
Yeah. Oh, here's the one I'd forgotten about. Remember Sky? With John Williams and Francis Monkman.
We know Francis Monkman.
Yes, that's right.
He's very nice indeed.
Herbie Flowers, Kevin Peake, and Tristan Fry. Remember they had that sort of classical rock sort of albums that they did?
They did, yeah.
Sky 1, Sky 2, Sky 3.
They took the Led Zeppelin route for naming. Yeah. Let's not put too much effort into this one, fellas.
No. But the other one that's in this list is ABBA.
That's nonsense. That's just bloody nonsense. As if to suggest that they were highly successful afterwards. Benny had written a song.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Well, in a sense, that's true because the membership of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, which has been a bit of a revolving door over the years, is crack musicians from top English and Australian bands, British and Australian bands, and he's had people in there. Blixa Bargeld, who was big on the German scene there. Barry Adamson from Magazine. Obviously Nick from the Birthday Party.
Indeed.
Yep. And a whole bunch of other people.
Mick Harvey.
Yeah, well, of course, Mick Harvey, and Mick Harvey is a standard. Who's now left the Bad Seeds because you got to go and do something else occasionally.
So there's a few. I'll put the link to the list in the show notes because there's a few interesting ones there. Mike and the Mechanics is there.
Well, that's
Guess so.
Is it a supergroup or is it just a side project?
Travelling Wilburys, that would be a true.
Okay,
That's
absolutely.
a supergroup. I think we all agree on that. When you can get Dylan and Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, and Roy Orbison. You get Roy Orbison into a group, you've got a supergroup.
Well, yeah, look, it's very hard to get Roy into any groups these days.
No.
His management's just not cooperative.
That's right. So, look, interesting. The three tenors?
Well, they were individual tenors, and so they came together to be 30.
30 tenors.
No, three tenors is 30.
Oh, nice work. I didn't even
See what I did there?
You are bloody amazing. You are living the dream. That is for sure.
My favourite supergroup, it'd have to be Led Zeppelin.
Now, are they a supergroup?
Well, you think about it. Jimmy Page was already a high-ranking success. He'd been in the Yardbirds. Mm-hmm. He was one of the most highly regarded session players of his time in the 60s. The others
had played with Beck.
Well, yeah.
What was it called? The
Yardbirds.
Yardbirds.
Yeah. And Plant and Bonham were again from the north, and they were in a band which was moderately successful in their own area. And so, yeah, and that was a definite plan. It wasn't just a couple of blokes got together over a beer and said, let's form a band and do some stuff.
Well, speaking of Beck, there was Beck, Bogan and a Piece. I had that album. It was a very good album.
Yeah, Carmen a Piece, what a drummer.
Oh, Carmen a Piece. He's a bloody amazing drummer.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. There was one other one I wanted to mention. I just can't remember. Oh, Derek and the Dominoes. I think we agree that's potentially a supergroup.
Well,
Eric Clapton, the Yardbirds, John Mayall and the Blues Baker Cream.
I guess, yeah. I tend to think of Clapton's revolving door of bands as, is this really a supergroup? Because he just couldn't stay still.
Yeah. What about Humble Pie? Will you give Humble Pie a go?
Suppose it's got Peter Frampton in it.
Yeah, do you feel all right, though?
Yeah, do you feel all right?
Yeah. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young get into the supergroup on this list.
Well,
suppose so.
David Crosby, again, long-standing success on the California scene.
Yep.
He'd been a singer by himself and with other groups, doing harmonies and sessions for a lot of people. Graham Nash from the Hollies.
Yep.
And
Buffalo Springfield and the Byrds for David Crosby.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's where he came across Neil Young. So they had all had various intersections of groups that worked with each other and played together. And Neil Young was Neil Young. Neil Young was quite successful already.
And he brought drugs to the band, and I think that's probably his biggest contribution to that band.
Well, I'm sure David Crosby would agree with you.
That's right.
He made a lifelong commitment out of Mr. Crosby, yeah.
It was a bit of a mess.
Oh dear, wasn't he just?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. If Dave Crosby got pulled up at a random breath testing station, he'd get arrested.
Yes.
You got any drugs in the car, sir? No, man.
Yeah.
I got no room because all my cupboards are filled with guns.
Anyway, so there's plenty of supergroups for you to enjoy there, folks. But we thought we might start to actually build up our own supergroup. Toto is a supergroup. Did you know that?
Yeah, but they forgot the next bit. Be good.
Yeah. I can't. There's about 20 people that have been in Toto in their time.
Yeah, well, Toto, Jay and the Doctor, who used to be DJs on Triple J in the morning, they're from Frenzell Rom, and they coined the phrase Toto. 30 years, 3 great songs.
It's one a decade.
Yeah. And Africa. Yeah. How do you rhyme something with Serengeti?
It is the ultimate in rhyme, that song.
A lot of words.
The Serengeti.
Yeah, no. Let's not do Toto. Anyone who's been in Toto, except for some of the names that we're going to mention, gets disqualified. But Toto, despite the fact that we don't think much of what they did. They've had some great people through Toto. They've had some really, really top grade musicians. And the problem is, I think, that when you've got a band of that caliber, the industry component takes over.
Yeah.
You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be innovative, or there's this feeling that you can't do it. So I think that's what's happened to Toto. Very successful, very safe.
That's what I reckon. But they did. They made some big songs.
They did. Africa, Rosanna, and whatever the third song was. I'll think of it later, and I'll do a U. I'll interrupt whatever you're saying with the name of the third song.
Yeah, because it'll come rushing back, and if you don't say it, it'll be gone.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Now, who's going to produce our supergroup?
Maybe Chris Thomas.
Maybe Chris Thomas.
Maybe.
I think, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who's going to do the artwork for the first album?
Is he still? I think the rule should be that whoever we're going to nominate for any of these things must be still alive. So I don't know. If Storm Thurgerson is still alive.
Doesn't matter. We can resurrect him.
We'll bring him back.
We'll bring him back.
Yeah.
Put 20,000 volts up his ass and he can get going again.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see if we can get him to vroom.
But I reckon that's who we're going to have no matter what.
And it'll be a single album, but a gatefold.
Oh yeah, gatefold
with a pull-out sleeve with more pictures and lyrics on it
and cutouts.
Oh, nice.
And photos of each player. Beautiful, glossy photos of each person in the band.
Suitable for framing,
like the Beatles' White Album, if you remember.
Yep.
Had beautiful thing. And remember Sgt. Pepper, they had the cutout things, like they had a mustache you could cut out and put it. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Lots of gifts in the album. Lots of gifts to give, like as I said, the photos, the cutouts, the lyrics.
Yeah, well,
maybe a little toy you can make, a little something you can put together.
Well, we want something for people to do while they're listening to the album.
I know, like a little build, like you build a little studio, like a little push-out timber thing. You can make a little studio with it.
Nice, yeah,
nice. That's what we could do there.
Yeah. So Chris Thomas is going to produce, ably assisted by Eno.
Yes, enosification in there, and some other bits and pieces. So he'll be there. He'll be there just providing, I think, sort of, as you said, just his presence.
I think so, yeah.
He'll be there.
Yeah. Because he doesn't do a lot of co-production, but he has done some. He's co-produced U2. He worked with, back in the day, he did with Genesis, and worked with the producer of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Yeah. And he's worked with bands in that capacity of just being an ideas channel.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think engineer, we would probably want Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah.
Who
once again, assumption there, he's alive, isn't he?
He is alive, yes. He's all happy. I saw an interview with him the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and he looked distinctly alive.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so he was able to talk and he moved. So
yeah.
That fits the criteria then.
Words come out of his mouth, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing, yeah. So he's done a lot of stuff that we like, that we love. He's done U2, and if nothing else, he's done Peter Gabriel's third album.
Say no more.
As we talked last week. Yeah.
Peter Gabriel, number 3, Melt.
Yeah.
None of which is true.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if you don't put some sort of disclaimer there, people won't know whether you're talking about 1, 2, 3 or 4.
Yeah. All right, Mick, so we've got a producer. We've got someone to do the cover art. We've got an engineer. Who are we going to put in the band? We need some players.
Let's get some guitars.
Okay, let's get lots of guitars.
Yeah, lots and lots of guitars. And they can all march out onto the stage, moving in line in sequence and jumping up and down.
Maybe 100 of them.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I reckon. Okay, so
logistically, that's a bit hard though.
Yeah,
because each of them then only has one small amp. Because you want a huge amp.
Yep.
But they're only getting 1% of that amp.
All right. So can we agree on Jimmy Page?
I think Jimmy Page would be a good place to start. If you have Page, you really don't need a whole lot of other guitarists. Because I was talking to a good friend of mine recently who is a musician, and the conversation, as it often does, comes around to who's the best in any category. And he says, "And who do you reckon's the best guitarist of all time?" I said, "You mean aside from Jimmy Page?" Yeah. Look, guitarists that pick other people, and all of them say Hendrix and so on and so on. Hendrix is disqualified from this list because he's dead.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So I can sneak Jeff Beck in, can't I?
You could sneak Jeff Beck in, perhaps as backup.
He quite likes doing it. He can do the odd solo, but he's quite happy to do a bit of rhythm work.
Well, yeah. and he looks it. He looks like a rock star.
Yeah. No, he does. He's got a little band on his hand and everything. He looks pretty classy.
He does indeed. So yeah, certainly Jeff Beck and he and Paige get on quite well.
Now I'd like to add one other though, just for shits and giggles, and because of the sound, a unique sound, Brian May.
I think you're right. Brian May, I mean, we've seen him live, and he is absolutely bloody fantastic guitar. I think he's too distinctive. I think he would take over the sound of whatever band we've got.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking we need an astrophysicist in there, don't we?
Well, he could come in and be the astrophysicist on the soundboard.
In fact, he can be the consulting astrophysicist.
Yeah, I think
go.
so.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll just have Beck and Page and consulting astrophysicist.
Look, I'd like to have another guitarist in there. Yeah, and we want someone who's going to do unusual stuff, who has a distinctive style, but you're not going to pick him out.
Right. Okay.
Because with Brian May's guitar made out of a fireplace.
Yeah.
Look it up, folks. It's true.
Yeah, it is.
And
him and his dad made it.
Yeah. I'd like Robert Fripp.
Okay. Crazy Robert Fripp.
Robert Fripp, he's featured in many of the albums that we've talked about over the last 2 years. Okay. Over COVID, I know you keep mentioning that over the lockdown he's been doing his kitchen sessions with his wife, Toya Wilcox, and they take any song at random and just rip the hell out of it. And him playing guitar, anything from rhythm through to ripping it apart with some mad jazz-style guitar. He's played with Peter Gabriel.
Yep.
He's played with Bowie.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's been in Bowie's touring band.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So he can do anything, and he's a little bit like Eno in that his first question in the studio is, why not?
Now, I was just randomly looked up best guitarists in the world. Yeah. And one of the people that comes into the best guitarists in the world, according to this list, this is the 20 greatest guitarists ever, George Harrison. Now, I've never seen George as being a firebrand guitarist.
No, I don't think so. He's better than most people give him credit for, though.
Sure.
He's almost viewed by most people as the other bloke who was in the Beatles.
Yeah.
with the two great guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so, look, okay, so we'll just run with the 3 guitarists and a consulting astrophysicist.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. No, fair enough. We
need a bass player.
Gee, that's going to be a tough one. Okay, so I'll give you my list of bass players that I would choose.
You tell me why you choose them. What's their credentials?
Okay, one of the best bass players in the history of the world is Carol Kay.
Oh yes, and you've talked about her.
Session muso, has done played with just about every muso in the world. She is and she's still alive.
Well,
but she is alive.
So she could actually do when they advertise the album on TV, she could do the music for the ad because she's got some good skills in that area too.
That's right. So she is one that I mean I don't know whether I think she's sort of sitting at home baking scones nowadays, but she could have been the person. But yeah, so that's one. The other one I've got there is Jack Bruce.
Is Jack Bruce still alive?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I think he's disqualified himself from our list.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Carol's quite old now, I think.
Yeah. I think she'd have because obviously they've got a tour. It can't just be a studio band.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I don't think Carol would tour.
No. She doesn't like touring. Not these days.
No.
And having to put the wheelchair into the cabin, that's just a problem.
Mind you, a lot of the people and bands that we see, the stages really do need wheelchair access for a lot of the people we're interested in. So,
well, absolutely, a lot of the people that we've talked about really should be picking their pallbearers.
The other one who I would have chosen, but I just realised he's dead, is Jaco Pastorius.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, yeah, no. So self-eliminated. No, can't use him.
No, Jack Bruce died in 2014, so that's no good.
What about Tony Levin?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Tony Levin, yeah. King Crimson, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. And he wears knee pads, and and that's handy.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but he does.
What we're talking about here, folks, is the other night we sat down and we watched a video of Peter Gabriel in concert, Secret World Live, and Tony Levin was part of Peter Gabriel's touring band, and he came on stage in a pair of elastic-sided pants with bloody white knee pads on.
Like you would go gardening with, sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. He doesn't look like a gardener, bald head, big mustache. Yeah,
very weird.
He looks like a head waiter rather than a really cool bass player.
So I've just gone to the list, the Rolling Stone list of the greatest bass players of all time.
Oh, and who do they say?
So they say number one is James Jamison.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. Where's Jimmy from? I'm not familiar with his work.
Motown world.
Oh,
basically. I don't really know him, to be really honest.
Yeah.
I don't really know him. I'd be wasted. Then Charlie Mingus.
Charlie Mingus, yeah. Look,
different style, I think.
Yeah, he's great. I've heard him. He's a really good player, and he plays often plays his bass as a lead.
Yeah,
but it's very jazzy, and that's not the sort of music that I'd be looking to have. I don't mind jazz influence, but I don't want a jazz band.
John Entwistle.
Yeah, look, he's disqualified himself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But a great bass player, a really great bass player.
Really great bass player, and he and John Bonham shared a Coke roadie.
That's right. Bootsy Collins. Oh, Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy Collins is good too.
He's very good. He's very good. He played with George Clinton. That's right. He played with George Clinton.
Very funky.
Yeah. But really,
I'm not sure
really.
I understand.
That was me.
That was Siri not understanding anything, and that's fairly standard for Siri.
Siri doesn't understand anything about Bootsy Collins.
Siri doesn't.
She's an idiot.
If you haven't tried it already, get your phone and swear at Siri. Hey Siri, you are effing. Pick any word you like, and see what response you get from Siri.
Is there something else I can help with?
That's right. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of phones and things here on the desk, and Siri's just getting upset.
Hey Siri, who's the best bass player in the world?
Sadiq Baz is a midfielder for Hatayspor.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Sadiq Baz.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Siri understood the question.
No, I don't think she did.
I don't
think
think
they went
Siri
straight
understands very much at all, really.
Another one that's in there, I don't know whether he's alive. Stanley Clarke was an awesome bass player. Very good bass player.
Yeah. He's another one whose bass can substitute for a lead
Now,
quite readily.
In the Rolling Stones list, Paul McCartney's up there at number 9.
Number 9.
Number
nine. He's forever at number 9.
But he is a good bass player. He is a very good bass player, actually.
He is. Just ask him; he'll tell you.
No, he really is a good bass player.
He is.
When you listen to some of his, when you listen to him alone, he is like just the bass. It's some really good bass lines in there.
Well, you've got to, with McCartney's stuff, particularly with the Beatles, you've got to wipe off his drumming and wipe off his guitar playing and wipe off anything else before you can hear his bass playing.
That's right, because he did play just about every fucking thing in the band.
Yes, yeah.
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones is fantastic. And if we take John Paul Jones into the band, we've got a backup keyboards player.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Because his keyboards and sound washes over some of the Zeppelin stuff is No Quarter, for instance.
Yeah,
that's all John Paul Jones.
So John Paul Jones, we can stick with John Paul Jones.
Yeah.
He's still alive and he's still making music. So
very in a supergroup.
Oh,
he's in. He Dave Grohl and Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age formed a supergroup called Them Crooked Vultures. They had one album out quite a few years ago now, 7 or 8 years ago,
right.
and they're working on another. So it was just a hobby get-together band, and it was an awesome album. It was really, really good. It sounded like Queens of the Stone Age, on steroids with a fantastic drummer and Led Zeppelin in the background.
Okay, all right. So maybe we'll just stick there. We don't have to go too far. We know where to find him.
Yeah.
We know where he is.
Yeah. He's where is he living these days?
Dubbo.
Oh, that was him we saw in the IGA in Dubbo the other day. Yeah,
I think he's pretty sure he's in Dubbo.
Yeah.
Or we could go with Flea. He's an Australian.
Well, that would certainly make it easy for the touring.
Yeah. Bill Wyman. No, I don't want Bill Wyman.
No, what the problem with Bill Wyman is that every time you have a concert, he pisses off with the 14-year-old girls. And that's not the sort of attention you want at a rock concert.
Look, we don't need that sort of stuff going on with our band.
Yeah.
We want them to be clean cut.
We do.
We want them clean cut. We want them honest,
Fit.
no cocaine. Well, not much cocaine, just a little bit of cocaine, the odd joint, and to be honest, I only want them in if they like a nice wine.
Well, an aged wine, yeah.
A nice wine.
$35 a bottle or more.
Yeah, top shelf. With a bit of age on it, you're right, with a bit of age. So I think what we'll do, we'll just have wines from Burgundy for the band. So we won't go Grand Cru, we'll just go Premier Cru because we don't want to get too fancy. We don't want it to be sort of snuck up snobs.
Yeah.
So just Burgundy Reds, so Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, that's all we're having.
It's all red. What about white?
Chardonnay, Pinot Noir or Chardonnay.
Oh, pardon me.
Because we're coming from Burgundy. That's all they grow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, that's a bit heavy for mine.
I'm not buying Sauvignon Blanc. End of story.
What about some Pinot Gris?
Oh, only if it's Pinot Grigio from Italy.
No, we're talking about wine, aren't we?
I don't want Pinot Gris really. I want.
Well, I certainly don't want anything Italian.
I want a
wine.
nice aged Chardonnay from Burgundy. That's all I want. That's all I'm having.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, look, I won't be drinking wine.
All right. What are you going to have?
I'll take cognac.
Oh, okay. All right.
It fits all the other criteria, well-aged, French.
What we can do, as we're setting up the band, we'll do a couple of concerts in the cognac area. So you can pick up a few bottles, take on tour with you.
Nice thinking. Yep, that's a good idea.
So
who's going to drum for us?
Tough call.
It is a tough
Too many
call.
dead drummers.
Well, that's right because yes, the drummers tend to have a substance issue.
I would have Keith Moon. I know he's dead, but I would have him because he's just kind of fun.
No, he'd end up stopping the bloody traffic in every city you're in.
I know, it'd just be fun. He could. He likes a good vodka.
Yeah, by the case.
Who else could we get?
Now, despite my earlier admonition that we don't want anybody from Toto, can I throw one into you? Simon Phillips.
Oh, God, he's a bloody awesome drummer, isn't he?
He's an absolutely fantastic drummer.
That's all we
but
need.
He was in Toto.
Oh.
After 801, he joined Toto.
I think
801 is enough.
If you
to
listen
let
to
him
the
in.
drumming in 801 live, you know for a fact that Simon Phillips is our man.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Done. Yeah. It's end of story. We're going to Simon Phillips.
Yeah.
Do you want two drummers though?
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Carmen apiece.
Rick Marotta.
Oh, okay, done.
Yep.
Tick.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, are you writing this down, by the way? Because
Yes.
we got it. Good. Okay,
Yes,
so we've got. Do we end up settling on the bass player? Who do we end up with the bass?
Tony Levin.
Yeah, I want another bass player though.
You want two bass players as well?
Yeah.
Well, what about Mike Rutherford?
Yeah, actually, he's a good muso. He's a very good
you
muso.
listen to his stuff separated out of
It's getting on a bit though.
aren't they all?
Let's put Flea in just for fun.
Instead of Mike Rutherford, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Flea's got the gig.
And he's got a bit, and he's a bit younger because he's only
Mr. Balzery.
He's only 60s, I think he is, so he's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Flea. I mean, he's nothing special, but he'll do.
Yep, I think so.
Keyboards. Oh, Rick Wakeman.
I had Rick Wakeman down
Rick
too.
Wakeman.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Rick, he comes with a lot of keyboards. He's got all his own gear.
So he's actually dressed half of the stage for you.
He's got his own gear. We don't have to buy anything for him. He comes with all his own shit.
Yeah.
So, Rick, pack it up. We're bringing it over here, mate. Get into it.
And look, judging by his television appearances over the last 10 years or so, he doesn't do the cocaine.
Right.
He just prefers a pint or 10 down the local.
Oh, just a pint. Okay. Does he like a wine? Does he like a Pinot Noir?
I couldn't say. Just seen him with a pint.
Yeah, okay. Look, that's all right. That's okay. We're happy with a beer.
That's okay. Yeah.
But I don't want any of that warm, bloody English shit. What do you reckon?
Beer.
That warm English
A bit
crap.
partial to Samuel Adams from Boston.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get Samuel Adams.
Yeah.
I had a great beer when I was in the States from Denver called Fat Tire. Really nice.
Nice.
We'll get some of that in.
It's always good. Yep.
So our first gig is going to be around the the Bordeaux region,
Yep.
around cognac and those sorts of things. We get some nice Bordeaux wines. We'll
so.
whiz up to Dijon and do a gig in Dijon, pick up our Pinot Noir and a bit of mustard.
Yep.
Across to Boston, then across to Denver, I should say, to get some Fat Tire beer.
Yeah.
Then we might go down to New Zealand. You can get some Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, some
Thank you
decent,
so much, yes,
some
yes.
decent Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand.
Yep.
Then we might go across to Colombia to stock up on our cocaine.
That's fair. And because we'd be a rock band, they wouldn't be searching our stuff.
No.
Because they just know it's there.
They just know it's going to be there. I think our first album should be recorded maybe in a chateau in the south of France. What do you think?
I know just the one. It's near Marseille. Wouldn't it be funny if Nelcote was still there?
It is there physically.
It is?
I don't know whether I'm sure someone lives in it or something like that now. But
Yeah.
we could go there.
Offer them enough money, they'd let us record in their house.
Done. Okay, so now that means if we're going to be in the south of France, there we can get it's good seafood, excellent seafood actually. We can pop across to Menton. There's a really good restaurant in Menton, which isn't very far from there. It's got 3 Michelin stars. It has been regarded as one of the best restaurants in the
book
world.
it now if it's got 3 Michelins.
Yeah, so we'll go there. There's some good restaurants in Marseille, actually, some very good restaurants. So we won't go short in Marseille, and we can get some. What do they like in Marseille? What's the drink? It'll come to me.
It's good. It's good.
I can't remember. What is it? Anyway, okay. So
Who's going to sing for this band?
Oh,
This is a tough one.
We're going to need a couple.
I think we will. Yeah. And we need at least one male.
Yeah, one male
and one female.
One female.
Yep.
All right. Give me who do you reckon for a male?
Left field, given the comments that we've made about certain of their recordings. Bono.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
I go back to their early stuff and
Yeah.
look and listen to their early stuff. Can you do you know anything that's better than Sunday Bloody Sunday or New Year's Day as a rock song?
No. Unforgettable Fire is a sensational album, as is Joshua Tree.
As is, yeah. Just the way he sings on those two albums.
Yeah.
And he can write songs too, which helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the other reason I was thinking maybe we could bring Paul McCartney as a bass player because he still can write a decent song as well. So we'll get him in as a consultant writer, but we won't let him play anything or sing anything.
Oh, thank God.
Just a consultant.
Tell him that anything that sounds like Mull of Kintyre is he's out of the band.
No.
Yeah.
But you can do Uncle Albert. He can do one of those. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Let's not bother with him. He's too busy anyway.
Well, he is, yeah. And where on earth would they send the pension checks if he's out touring?
No, that's right. Yeah. All right. So now a female. So we've got I'm happy with Bono. We'll go with Bono.
Yep.
Female.
I'd
go Kate Bush every time, but I don't know.
Bono and Kate Bush. That's a reasonable mix.
Interesting.
And Kate Bush is now topical again.
I know.
Given that her running up the hill on Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's right. So she's sort of back in there. I'd love Janice to be around, but she's not.
She's disqualified herself.
I know. She would be bloody awesome. Is there another Janice around that we could get? Someone, that raspy, grovelly voice. Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah. My list of female singers is not as extensive as the list for male singers.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's a shocking admission to make.
Yeah, I think let's just go with Kate Bush and Bono for the moment.
Kate Bush, yeah, I think so.
And we'll see if we can come up with something else.
I'm not sure that Kate Bush has got the voice to go with the calibre of the band that we've got here.
Okay.
But yeah, let's go with her until we can come up with something else.
I'm happy to go with someone else. I just can't think of anybody for the moment. So We should have had a think about that, shouldn't we?
We should have indeed, yes.
What about Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton has a fantastic voice and she
does.
can write songs.
Let's do Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I like it. Instead of or as well as?
As well as.
Cool. That gives us something else.
Whitney Houston's dead, isn't she?
She is, yeah. She was sort of chemically imbibing like Entwistle and Moon and
It's no good.
every other drummer.
Yes. We can get some pastis while we're in.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
In fact, there's pastis bars there. You can go to get half a dozen pastisas in here before you kick off
Get well and truly pastised.
and they're all fucking 45% bloody alcohol. They're beasts. So we'll get into a bit of pastis. Okay, so let's just go through what we've got a drummer.
We've got a drummer. We've got Simon Phillips and Rick Marotta.
Good.
So a double drumming.
Yep.
Two sets of two risers.
Yes.
Behind.
Yes.
Behind the band. That's great. It's going to be a crowded stage, so we'll only be able to play in big venues.
We're only going to do stadium venues.
Fair enough. Yep. Fair enough.
So we've got we've got two drummers. On the guitar we've got Jeff Beck and
Beck and Page and Robert Fripp.
And
I think that's a good one there.
On bass we've got
Tony Levin and Flea.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and Flea plays he's good at rock, but he puts a funky feel on his bass player his bass as well.
He looks good on stage.
He does. Yeah.
So he's okay.
Yeah.
And then singing we've got Bono, Kate Bush, and Dolly Parton.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Keyboards we've got Rick Wagman.
Yeah.
And
do we need anybody else? He kind of does them all, doesn't he, really?
Well, we did talk about bass John Paul Jones as well.
Oh, yeah, no.
I would think that we can have Rick Wagman and John Paul Jones on keyboards.
Yep.
And so we've got an understudy for bass.
Yeah.
We've got a fallback there.
Yeah, in case one gets COVID.
In case one gets a bad batch of cocaine.
Okay. All right, good. Now, catering. Have we got catering sorted?
Well, from anyone who's been listening to this would realise that that's the first thing you've considered in the venues we play. And
I think we get Gordon Ramsay in as a consultant just for fun.
You want someone who says the F word more than you do.
Yeah. To make me look good. He can do a bit of because he's got a new show out at the moment where he goes around to all these different places and cooks the local cuisine. So he could cook the local cuisine wherever we are.
That would be good, yeah.
So, we'll go down to...
He could be the warm-up act.
We'll go down to southern France, he could knock up a cassoulet.
Nice, yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm for... What do you think of him as the warm-up act, the support act?
Yeah, he could critique... We get a band on, then we get him out to critique that band.
Yeah, but we know what he'd say.
Yeah, that's right. But not everybody knows him. That's the thing.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you could pretend that he's somebody rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay. So he can go, and we'll need to have a couple of extra chefs in there to actually do the work because he's like an executive. He's a consultant executive chef.
That's right. He scarcely cooks an egg these days.
In fact, we want a few celebrity chefs. The ones who cook for celebrities. Like people who work on the boats. Oh, we need a boat.
We need a boat.
There's heaps of boats.
There's heaps of boats, the Russian ones.
Heaps of boats. We can get one of those Russian oligarch boats to take us around.
Yeah. In fact, wherever we play, that's where we stay. We rent the boat in whatever city it is. If it's in an inland city, we just look for a hotel that's owned by Russians because that's been confiscated as well.
We've got plenty of options with that. And we can do a lot of touring in the Mediterranean.
I think so, yeah.
So I think we could do that. We could get a whole. I know we could actually get a cruise liner. So
now you're talking. Yeah.
Queen Mary.
Is she still alive?
The boat is.
Is it?
I think is it the Queen Mary?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, the Queen Elizabeth QE.
Oh, yeah. He's getting on though.
The Ruby Princess.
The Ruby Princess. Yeah, it's not doing much these days.
Let's go. Hey, we've got any of those old Fairstar boats, those old ones, those fun Fairstar.
They were Russian.
Were they?
Weren't they? Oh. No, the Fairstar was P&O, I think.
Yeah, P&O. This rubbish.
CTC, Russian boats. When cruising first started back in the 70s in Australia, started picking up, they got a whole lot of Russian boats. The Alexander Pushkin, anything with a Russian name was a Russian boat. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So we'll just get one of the oligarch boats, one of the big ones.
Yep. Yeah.
We can always borrow.
We can rehearse there, take them offshore, then we have no noise complaints.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Get a big PA. Get a PA boat. Another boat that just holds the PA.
Bluetooth it. And the sound will come back so the band can hear what they sound like live. Now we're using technology. Yeah. Clever.
Okay.
Clever. Using technology clever.
So
I wish I hadn't said that.
We'll get a consultant in from
this is getting silly, Jeffrey.
From Michelin, so that he can show us where all good restaurants are. He or she. Yeah. Because we can go to Tokyo. There's lots of Michelin restaurants in Tokyo, Hong Kong, New York, and Europe.
And Tokyo would be good to have. We'd probably have to run a couple of nights there because the Japanese love their concerts.
And we can have some serious drum solos.
Couldn't we? Because Budokan is just set up for that. It's the drum solo capital of the world.
Why don't we do a thing called do an album like Made in Japan? Call it Made in Japan.
That's thinking. Yeah.
It's original.
It was original.
Noma. We got to go to Copenhagen to go to Noma, that restaurant, because that looks really nice. Mirazor is another restaurant that's the one I was talking about in Monton. That's a really good restaurant.
So we've moved away from music really, and we're more into lifestyle here.
So look, all right. So have we got a band yet?
I think we do. We've got some great guitarists. We've got a couple of bass players, and look, I'm sure that Flea could jump in time with Tony Levin on stage.
Yeah. We'd probably have to get him some knee pads though, just in case Tony. Flea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now costumes. Are we going to have a uniform? Because I'm thinking like the Beatles.
Get them all to wear suits.
The Beatles had the why don't we wear the Beatles Sgt. Pepper suits?
Now you're talking. Yeah.
Won't they look great?
Yeah, they will. And then they're a little bit dusty. They will need to be dry cleaned.
No expense, mate. We're going to make new ones. We'll make new satiny sort of things, glowy.
I like it. Yeah.
And we can say, it was 20 years ago today. And that's how we'll kick off with, it was 20 years ago. Well, no, what was it? How long ago?
A long time ago today.
It was 55 years ago today. That type of thing. And we can get them to come out with their Sgt. Pepper clothes on.
That was good. It is 55 years ago today. Yeah.
Is it?
That's not bad for someone who's so appalling at maths.
There you go. So that's all right. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Do we need anything else? Anything else that you can think of that we need?
I want to leave some spontaneous. So there's nothing worse than a Supertramp type live concert where every single thing is covered and the band doesn't move, no matter how good the costumes are.
Okay. Yeah. Do we need backup singers? Do we need a brass section?
I think we can just we'll
just hire them.
Yeah, just hire them. Yeah.
And same with we'll get some gospel singers to sing backup for us.
Yeah.
So gospel singers and a brass section. We've got keyboards, we've got drums, we've got bass, we've got singers. Oh, we've got everything.
Well, I think we could probably take the BBC Proms Orchestra on tour with us because, again, if you're looking for something interesting, folks, a couple of years ago when Bowie died in 2016, they did a number of artists doing Bowie material. There was John Cale, there was Anna Calvi, there was Michael Stipe, who did an absolutely awesome rendition of a Bowie song, and the band. BBC, all equal opportunity stuff. And they had lots of, it's almost as if they had an all-girl, we've just solved the problem there, an all-girl brass section.
Oh, now you're talking.
That's what they had, and they were pretty damn good.
All right, done.
Yep.
All right, folks, we have got ourselves a super band. We've got catering sorted. We've got the music sorted. We've got the album sorted. We've got a tour kind of under control.
Ready for download in 2 weeks.
And we'll be ready for going. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, linesmen. Thank you, ball boys. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Email us. Remember, fucking email us. Thank you very much, everybody, and bye for now.
Thanks, Mick. Thanks, Fat Man. I feel better already.